A week is a long time in politics.
The business as usual stance that they've taken is not acceptable.
That was Housing Minister Ravi Kahlon last Tuesday after Atira's board responded to the blockbuster investigation into their relationship with BC Housing by promising to do nothing.
It would make it a lot easier if the board took some action on the findings.
Of course, things changed, which you can see if you look at Atira's own press releases about its situation.
I'm more hopeful today than I have been that we're on the right path.
Former CEO Janice Abbott has resigned, and the Atira board has agreed to return $2 million and have another external review done. The issue, if you listen to the government, has been resolved. But has it?
There's questions about the funding model, legitimate questions about that because of what's happened.
Carol Liao is a UBC law professor who focuses on corporate law and business ethics, and she says scrutiny needs to be placed on the overall funding structure, where the government delegates responsibility to BC Housing, which further delegates responsibility to various nonprofits, of which Atira is the biggest.
I would hope that they wouldn't stop there at just Atira, but sort of look at the sector and why we have so much money that we're putting in to try and solve this housing crisis. Where's that money being spent? Is it being spent effectively?
How much money? Here is a chart. Since 2017, the 5 biggest supportive housing providers in BC have received more than $900 million from various levels of government. But it doesn't come from one place. BC Housing, other provincial ministries, municipalities, even Ottawa. It's a patchwork of overlapping public funding to overlapping private organizations. And even some of those organizations want to see some change.
We hope it's actually an opportunity for kind of a larger review of how this system is working. We know in many ways it's not working. The supportive housing sites especially are not necessarily delivering the type and effective housing that we want to see from the residents that we have and we support.
But some sort of larger review doesn't appear to be on the table.
Well, the model is working. The reports have highlighted no other concerns with any other profit, and not-for-profit.
And that is true. But if more people agree with King than Kahlon on if the model is working, the more focus will shift away from Atira and more to BC Housing. Justin McElroy, CBC News, Vancouver.